Hey everyone, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. This is a video where I'm going to show you every fucking book I read in 2021. I'm just gonna hold them up, tell you the title, tell you the author, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. So first I'm going to start with the books that I either borrowed from the library, listened to on audio, or had as an ebook. First, The Pineys, Book 1. By Tony D. Girolamo. Lakewood by Megan Giddings. Swamp Monster Massacre by Hunter Shea. The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. The Trauma Cleaner, One Woman's Extraordinary Life in the Business of Death, Decay, and Disaster by Sarah Krasnostein. The Night Will Find Us by Matthew Lyons. The Children's Blizzard by David Laskin. Killers of the Flower Moon, The Osage Murders, and the Birth of the FBI by David Gran. Autopsy, Life in the Trenches with a Forensic Pathologist in Africa by Ryan Blumenthal. Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. The Queen of the Cicadas by V. Castro. The Ice Pick Surgeon by Sam Keane. Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Kah. The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. And Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin. Alright, honestly, still don't know where I'm gonna put these things once I have showed them to you, but first I have An Eye for an Eye, The Doll by John Saul. Evidence of Love by Jim Atkinson and John Bloom. The Shoemaker by Flora Retter-Schreiber. Rites of Burial by Tom Jackman and Troy Cole. The Auctioneer by Joan Sampson. Midnight Rain by James Newman. Anoka by Shane Hawk. The Seeds of Yesterday and If There Be Thorns by V.C. Andrews. One Evil Summer by R.L. Stine. And Goosebumps Volume 1, Welcome to the Dead House by R.L. Stine. The Project by Courtney Summers. To Offer Her Pleasure by Ali C. The Blood of Elves by Andrzej Sapkowski. The Bone Season. The Mime Order. The Song Rising. And The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. The Final Empire. The Well of Ascension. And The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. Human Flesh by Nick Clausen. Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. And Christine by Stephen King. Miscreations, edited by Doug Morano and Michael Bailey. I really cannot tell you how well it's going. I'm making 400 tiny piles on my floor. They're all falling over. Hex Life, edited by Christopher Golden and Rachel Autumn Deering. Haunted by Dora L. Williams. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Salvaged by Madeline Rue. The Beauty by Aaliyah Whiteley. Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. The Cormorant by Chuck Wendig. And The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. Paradise Club by Tim Meyer. Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Whisper Down the Lane by Clay McLeod Chapman. The Godsend by Bernard Taylor. The Forgotten Island by David Sodergren. The Lost Village by Camilla Sten. The Haunting of Alma Fielding by Kate Summerscale. The Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. The Long Walk by Stephen King, writing as Richard Bachman. My Sister Rosa by Justine Lar Ballastier. The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. Roadwork by Stephen King. Tomie by Junji Ito. The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. The Razor Blades in My Head by Donnie Goodman. The Pandora Room by Christopher Golden. The Visitor by Sergio Gomez. Small Favors by Aaron A. Craig. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Goddess of Filth by V. Castro. The Children of Red Peak by Craig DeLuey. The Haunted by Robert Curran. Dementia by Russell Coy. House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. Scanlines by Todd Kiesling. The Strange Things We Become and Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Eric LaRocca. The Cipher by Kathy Koja. A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Eden by Tim Levin. The Devil in Silver by Victor Laval. The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Buehlman. Touch the Night by Max Booth III. World War Z by Max Brooks. The Great Mortality by John Kelly. Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones. Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan. Missoula by John Krakauer. And also Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. With Teeth by Brian Keene, My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa, Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Basterica, Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell, We World by Clive Barker, The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson, The People in the Attic by Doretta Johnson, Dune by Frank Herbert, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini, Mangala, The Complete Story by Jared L. Posner and John Ware, The Worm and His Kings by Haley Piper, The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce, No Exit by Taylor Adams, Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Imide, Wounds by Nathan Ballingrud, The Push by Ashley Audrain, The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, The Other Black Girl by Sakia Delilah Harris, Her Pretty Face by Robin Harding, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, The Descent by Jeff Long, Dexter by Design by Jeff Lindsay, Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, Antioch by Jessica Leonard, Red Sister by Mark Lawrence, Summer Suns by Lee Manzello, Snow by Ronald Malfi, and Come With Me by Ronald Malfi, Come to Dust by Bracken McLeod, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and last book here, A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Holy cow! I read, I think, like 128 books this year. This is all of them. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I put 2 in that actually were like last year, so luckily I like looked it up quick on my Storygraph account to make sure that I did not include those. But yeah, this is what I read this year. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I think this next year I'm going to slow down just a little bit so I can fit some more shit into my life than just reading, because, you know, I love reading, but I also love other things. And so I don't know what my point is. I've read a shitload of books. Here's what I read. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if this is something you're interested in, because, you know, I can do this every year if people want to watch it. But if they don't, like, it just, you know, it takes time to film, and if people don't want to watch it, then I probably won't do it. But this is it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope 2022 is kind to you. I will see you all later. Goodbye.